splitting ways. It might have been his decision.
Get the out of here.
It said
Did you hear what you said?
The stories say that they both dropped him. So
if you out with a Caucasian woman and catch a battery case, all them people that smile with you, you can't give me none of that shit. I tell any motherfucker like that who around me, look, we around each other to make it lucrative while it works, but you're not my friend. How the f they stop fucking with him the first time he get caught beating his? That mean all of us would be in trouble.
That's true.
You gotta give me a second chance. If I done jumped on him more than once, that's the problem.
Greetings, you polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk. Well, it appears that our friend Jonathan Majors has found himself in quite a bit of trouble. About a month ago, he was accused by his girlfriend or associate, lady of the night, whoever she was, that he had assaulted her, and she went to the hospital with abrasions on her neck. Jonathan Majors then pointed out that he had undisputable evidence that he was innocent through his lawyers, and his lawyers actually said that they expected the charges to be dropped soon, the way they were making it sound, within a week or two. Well, it's a month later, and things are getting progressively worse for Jonathan Majors. I mean, he's already lost endorsements from the Army, and now it appears that, well, the machine is turning against this young man. Now, I'm always for innocent until proven guilty, but I have to say, it's not looking good. It's looking a little daunting, a little dark for Mr. Majors at this point.
Looks like Jonathan Majors has lost several roles in the entertainment industry, dropping from an upcoming movie, The Man in the Basement, and an advertising campaign for the Texas Rangers MLB team, and the Otis Redding biopic movie. You can imagine how much money is evaporating right before Jonathan Majors' eyes. His manager, Entertainment 360, and publicist, the lead company, has severed their professional ties with him, which will make it very difficult for him to be able to network for better roles, more lucrative business deals, and other opportunities. We know snap judgments are often made by the public and by people who judge each other on superficial levels. People are emotional, and by being so emotional, people are easily affected by clickbait and distorted information. Knowing that, we must understand that public perception is important, and when you take responsibility and control in shaping and steering your public persona and your public image, it will help to prevent you from being in and affected by negative events, by people, and situations. You can't prevent everything from happening to you, but you still must prevent as much as possible. It is necessary for all of us, especially men, to be extra vigilant and mindful of who you let in your life and what you do in public, in the real world or online. This is so important when your public persona and image are deeply connected to your finances. In that case, be very aware of how negative events, people, situations, and circumstances not only impact your well-being, your mental health, but your wallet, your livelihood, and even your freedom.
So what's the outcome of this trepidation? There are rumors upon rumors upon rumors that Marvel has looked to replace him as the big bad in a cinematic universe. Now, Jonathan Majors has had a stellar year thus far and a stellar career in the last few years, starting with Lovecraft Country, progressing to a lot of little films that he had standout performances in, and then, of course, Disney Plus series Loki, where he was introduced as Kang the Conqueror. For some icing on the cake, he started in blockbuster Creed 3 with his friend Michael B. Jordan. And now we know that even though Ant-Man Quantumania was panned as a horrible movie, his performance actually stood out as one of the better parts of A Bad Thing. And people were excited to see him go forward as Kang the Conqueror in the many variations of Kang in a Marvel Cinematic Universe. But man, the company that you keep, you know, if I could tell anybody anything, I would say that the company that you keep is more important than the job that you do. The company that you keep is more important than your status, because the company that you keep can get you in a lot of trouble. Now, if Jonathan Majors assaulted this young lady, he deserves what he gets. But I'm telling you, if this is something where it's a mutual combat, or he loses everything and he comes out that he's innocent, it's going to be a monumental disappointment, but also a monumental fumbling of probably the biggest bag in this young man's life.
Even if you're not a star or influencer or a public figure of some kind, you should still be mindful of what you put out there, because it can be misconstrued or warped into something else, especially if a person disagrees with you. But it is also in your best interest to be vigilant about your actions and behaviors in order to prevent situations like Jonathan Majors. Many people who are not famous or well-known have found themselves in a situation where their money, livelihood, and career are affected by the decisions that they had made. Just think of all the people who have posted dumb things on Twitter and other social media platforms, or even the Freaknik, and have seen the negative consequences of their actions. The Karens of the world is proof in the pudding. It is important to be aware and mindful of what you put out there and how you are perceived. Your goal is to invest in yourself from making poor decisions. Protect your public image so your future self can attract good opportunities, good people, and fortune to you.
I was on Coach Greg Adams' Instagram page, and a lot of the comments went along with it's the fumbling of the bag, whether he's innocent or found guilty. And I have to agree that a lot of times that when men are accused of something like assault, it's basically over, especially if you're not a well-established or a liked character. And I'm telling you, with all the rumors that Marvel is looking to replace him and who they're looking to replace him with, they floated names after names now. It seems that the machine is slowly turning against Mr. Majors and that he will be replaced soon.
I've seen a lot of comparisons between Jonathan Majors and Ezra Miller. Now, to Ezra Miller's credit, him and whoever his publicity team is saying that Ezra Miller's behavior is due to some possible kind of mental issues. But here's a long list of behavioral problems while still remaining as the main star of The Flash. Miller was accused of felony burglary charges in Vermont. It's also been reported that Miller has had erratic behavior on set filming. Ezra Miller was also accused of choking a woman outside a bar in Iceland, and other reports of unpredictable behavior, and even a cult-like following that emerged after Miller invited people to stay with him at an Airbnb in Iceland. The amount of scrutiny and intense backlash that Jonathan Majors is going through is in no comparison to what Ezra Miller went through. Ezra Miller still has a role in the Flash movie, but here's the key takeaway from this, is that we are all being placed under a different set of rules, fair or not. That's just the way life and society is. I mean, there is a reason why double standards exist.
So what can we learn about this? Well, we can extrapolate three things. First of all, you understand that no matter who you're with, anyone can be that person. And this person's not related to you. This is not unconditional love. And you will fumble that bag. And this person will be more than happy to be there to spend that money. But when you fumble that bag, this person is gone. Whether they say they love you or not. 9 times out of 10, they're in the wind. When you're on your purpose is the most important thing. And you cannot let people get in the way of your purpose. Once again, fumbling the bag. And finally, once you get momentum, once you start moving along, you have to take a look at your surroundings and you have to purge them. You can't take everybody with you. And even if you picked up some new people along the way, if they're dead weight, they gotta go.
Let's imagine a version of Jonathan Majors where he could be riding high, feeling confident to the point of arrogance. That when men find themselves in this position, they feel that they are on top of the world, thinking that nothing can happen to them. But this is a firm reminder of a reality check. On your way to success, keep your head on your shoulders, keep good company around you, stay dedicated to your work, improve on yourself every day, audit your inner circle, your social circles, your acquaintances, and remove those negative individuals from your life. You don't want to be that person that's prepped all their lifetime to scale this gigantic mountain, having reached the mountain and about to plant your flag, to only be struck by lightning rolling down the hill while your success washes down the drain. But every day it's starting to look even worse for Jonathan Majors. But if he is proven guilty, even the perception of him hitting the woman will officially end his career, even if he is in the right to defend himself. So if you find yourself in a position like this, fellas, do your best to get away from the woman, and if you can, better turn on that camera and record everything so you have absolute proof that she is instigating.
There's no reason why Jonathan Majors should have been around this young lady. There's just not a reason. There's just not a reason. I mean, he said, and his lawyer said that she has a mental break and he was actually concerned for her. If that's capped, then he gets in trouble. But if it's not capped and she does have some problems and she is mutually combative and it was a he hit her and she hit him or vice versa situation, then he has monumentally put himself in a position to fumble a bag of gigantic proportions. And there's nothing more to say about that.
We as men, we have to be doubly mindful and careful how we conduct ourselves. Instead of complaining and feeling defeated by this, we must stay strong and develop the best version of ourselves, a person that is self-actualized. But working on yourself will give you a greater chance to sidestep situations like this. We gotta make moves done in the right way to help us acquire power so we can better serve our communities our families, so we can right the ship that has gone off course. To sail in a positive direction for society, we have to be the positive example by leading by example.
That's all I got for you, you polite savages. Like and subscribe, hit us up on all social media networks. Any suggestions for things that you want us to cover, drop it on the gram, THPP Network, especially from our members. Our TIPTube membership is very affordable. It's like a cup of coffee. And as always, ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? We're out. This is the Happiness Podcast. I'm Grover.
Oh, yeah, it's my turn. I'm Scotty.
This motherfucker right here, boy. Leave your comments and like and subscribe on YouTube. Booty in your face.
We found true happiness.